Hi Leo, this is gonna be your art channeled message. I channel messages through art, creativity, anything like that. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, within your journey, and within everything around you. Because everything is artistic, everything is symbolic, and we always start from zero, blank canvas. Personal reading details can be found in the description box below, and if this finds you, it's definitely meant for you. There's no rules to my messages. I say that every time. You can always find something, a tidbit of advice, even if you're not that sign. What I started drawing for you was kelp, stuff you would see under the water or under the sea. But what also came to me was eel. That was the first thing that came in my head. Eels produce electricity through their bodies, their organs. Kind of reminds me of electricity, like man-made electricity, but then this kind of electricity comes from their body, their organs. That's actually pretty sick if you think about it. Eels can even kill us humans, which is extremely rare, but it can happen. So I feel like you're gaining momentum or producing electricity just like eels naturally do so. Like I just said, this is deadly. You are the true source, or you are the only source, is what I got as well. There's also this energy of where did it come from? Kind of like how we probably look at eels, jellyfish, stingrays, rest in peace Steve Irwin, and go, how is something so small yet so deadly? How do they have those abilities? Where does it even come from? How can they sting? How can they hurt? Electricity is a major word I'm drawn to. I'm also getting Simone Biles, how she has so much power and strength. I'm not surprised by getting that at all, because people often look at her and go, how? So much power, almost too much power, that you can't contain it, you don't know what to do with it. I also wanted to mention, I wasn't even going to include this, but the kelp, the eel looking thing, also has a zigzag feel to it. Kind of like lightning. Kind of reminds me of Harry Potter's Scar. So maybe that's important. This also, I'm really drawn to deadly. I'm not saying deadly as in a legit kill, but deadly as in powerful. Like in sports, something would be considered deadly if they're always winning and the others are losing because maybe they have a heightened skill or something like that. That's what I'm seeing with this. I also wanted to mention with that Steve Irwin thing, I don't even know why I felt drawn to mention the stingray and what happened to him. Despite that happening, despite the stingray doing what it's supposed to do, the family didn't start to hate stingrays after that. I believe I also saw a video that said they still love them, they still love animals the same. It's not going to make them feel differently. So maybe that's what this is. You did something, but they understand because it just emanates from you. It's a natural electricity. It comes from you, it's not man-made electricity. Remember I said that sports example, it's like they can understand that they lost to you, or they can understand that this would happen the way it did. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Here's Page of Pentacles, like I can understand. Look at the power, look at the strength. It's admirable, actually. I feel like literally a lot of you have power and strength. You're very You have strength even in a literal physical way. I'm even getting bodybuilding, body lifting weights. See how it's at the highest it could possibly go? Seeing someone's at their biggest weight, or you know, sometimes they add a new one each time to see if they can handle it, and that's how they track their progress. I'm seeing a lot of you have made a lot of progress within your fitness journey, within your strength training literally, and it's working. I don't think it's for no reason that I channeled Steve Irwin and Simone Biles. Very important people, very powerful people. Then we have Six of Swords. We have Ace of Wands, electricity, power. Kind of reminds me of the Sagittarius reading I just did, but it was very, very different. It's more about perceptions and avoiding the light, avoiding like signs, synchronicities. I'm seeing this as raw power, raw strength. I'm almost picturing, you know, that elbow emoji where people like flex their biceps. I feel like a lot of you have that, or it's noticeable, the improvement you're making. I feel like a lot of you started at the beginning. You didn't always look that way. You didn't always feel like you had that much strength and invincibility. So if you're on a fitness journey, health journey, you're doing amazing, so keep it up. It's almost like people notice. And I'm seeing this is definitely you happy, adding another weight, adding more to your list. Despondence. Hoping not to get stuff like this, because I was even seeing that with the Queen of Swords, how she's facing the Ten of Cups. It's like angry at someone being happy, or angry like how though, because healthy people would look at someone that's above them. It's almost like an Olympic athlete versus a regular athlete. You can either be inspired by them or you can hate them for being in a spot you want. So it's like healthy people would look at them and be inspired, or look at them and want to improve themselves, because envy and jealousy can be channeled in healthier ways. It shows you what you need to work on. It shows you that you need to do some self-reflection. Like, why are you feeling this way? Why are you triggered? I feel like someone is triggered by you. Despondence is just like this discomfort, unsatisfied, like the Four of Cups. Someone feels like they should have more energy, more electricity. I'm even seeing electricity as super fast, like never stopping. It's like you're a machine that never runs out of power. Yeah, I'm getting like you're always on the move too. You're always trying new things. You're always adding more to your plate. And it's like, how? How are they still... I'm really drawn to how high this is too. She's really tall, and then she's down there like looking up at her like. Can I get a Harry Potter card? We have a werewolf. Werewolves come out whenever there's a full moon, and a full moon affects us and our behaviors. So it's like full moon brings out the worst behaviors in somebody, and I'm also seeing the moon as like hidden behaviors, hidden motives. So maybe on the surface it was like this, I'm happy for you, this is great, let's celebrate, when in actuality, meaning undercover, it's like this. Hidden animosity, hidden something. And it's how they were feeling the entire time. So maybe you'll get hints of this, or maybe someone will just straight up say something they never did before. Oh, this is even Four of Pentacles. That's how I'm seeing that right now. So maybe someone's going to tell on themselves, or you're gonna notice some things because they can't keep it masked anymore. Something important about a full moon. Do we have a full moon? I don't know what the moon is in now. I'm not really into astrology, but maybe that's important. Professor Lupin turned into a beast. He wasn't even himself. That's what jealousy can do. That's what the 7 deadly sins can do to people. It's like you don't even recognize yourself. You turn into this beast. And I don't feel like this person's always a beast. They only come out at night, or like this is very hidden. They don't show this side of themselves. Very vicious. Even that looks pretty scruffy. This might even be a scruffy looking person. It's like they look intimidating, but they're not intimidating on the inside. And it's like you're intimidating on the inside, but you're not on the outside. This is very... Let me get one more. We have Quidditch equipment, quaffle, bat, and bludger. A bludger can hit you so hard that it knocks you off your broom. So I feel like this is going to hit you so hard that it shocks you, it knocks you off your broom, it knocks you off your game is what I'm getting. Because I did mention sports, so I was comparing it to this, and look what we have. So don't let anything knock you off your game. Don't succumb to any distractions right now. Especially when it comes to, let's say you're on a diet. I love comparing things to this. Let's say you're on a diet and you're dealing with like food pushers. People that know you're on a diet and don't care. All of a sudden they want to do that. That's a distraction, whether it's subconsciously, the moon, or consciously. So maybe this is subconscious sabotage. Oh, and then as I shuffled, I got this, the bottom of the deck, a 3-headed dog. I'm seeing 3-faced instead of 2-faced. So you know there's a 2-faced person? It's almost like this person's 3-faced. They act a different way at different times with different people. It's very weird. It's like everyone has a different experience with them. So it's really hard to... Feels like multiple personalities, but not in a literal way. I'm gonna get one more of these. Self-worth. Yeah, I definitely feel like someone needs to work on their self-worth. Remember what I said, like, normal, healthy people with healthy self-esteem, when they look at someone that's ahead of them, even for the time being, because a lot of times you can catch up, and some people just have a certain path where things work out in different ways. Healthy self-esteem will look at someone that triggers them and go, what do I have to work on? What am I not seeing? This almost feels like the Dark Night of the Soul card, the 5 of Pentacles. This is where they are, and then this is where they could be. So there's a self-worth issue here. And even getting your self-worth, your determination, the way you see yourself is half the reason your performance in all aspects of life is good, because it rubs off. Just like how self-esteem and self-worth rubs off directly on your relationships and your friendships. It's like, are they a bitter person? Are they always competing with people? Do you allow shitty love into your life just so you can say you're not alone? stuff like that. Like it affects everything. So I think not only do you realize you have a high self-esteem, Leo, or a sense of self-worth, it makes you realize how many people perhaps don't. I even said something like that the other day on Twitter. So a lot of people don't actually have high self-esteem. They're either masking it with something, or they will never show this side to them, like their shadow selves. And your shadow is nothing to be ashamed of. It's only a shame if it consumes you. A lot of times things need to be dark to illuminate the light. You know what I mean? Things look brighter in the dark. Okay, Leo, that's the end of this art channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel any way you can. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I don't know what this energy is, but I think it's definitely, this has to do with them, like, internally. And I was getting that three-face thing, so it's like they do this with everybody, whether it's like they're a different person with different people. Okay, Leo. Bye.